Did you know that God used speech to create our world? The Mishnah in Masechet Avot at the beginning of chapter 5 tells us, Ba'asara ma'amarot nivra ha'olam. The world was created with 10 utterances. This is a reference to what we read in this week's parasha of Bereshit, of how on 9 different occasions the Torah says, and God said, let there be this or let there be that, in addition to the opening verse of Bereshit, which according to the Gemara is also a statement. So the Mishnah wants to know, surely Hashem could have created the world with 1 utterance. Why 10 utterances? And the Mishnah answers, in order to increase the reward for the righteous who sustain the world created with 10 utterances, and to increase punishment for the wicked who destroy the world created in this way. What I find intriguing is that the Mishnah asks, surely Hashem could have created the world with 1 utterance, such as, let there be a world. But the Mishnah could have asked a better question. Surely Hashem didn't need any utterance at all. God is all-powerful. He could just think, let there be a world, and the world would come about. It is clear that Hashem wanted to show us the power of speech. Speech can create a world, and speech can destroy a world. And indeed, we find how powerful speech is, prompting King Solomon in the book of Mishlei Proverbs to declare, Chayim v'mavet b'yad halashon, life and death are in the hands of the tongue. The great commentator Ibn Ezra divides up all the commandments of the Torah into 3 categories. Mitzvot aseh, the practical commandments which require action. Mitzvot halev, commandments which require contemplation, thought, belief, and feelings. And then mitzvot hapeh, the oral commandments. Indeed, there are numerous mitzvot which are performed through us saying something or desisting from saying something. And in addition, so many of the mitzvot aseh, the practical commandments, are introduced by a statement, a beracha, highlighting for us how crucially important it is what we say. Through our sayings, we can be mekadesh shem shamayim, to sanctify the name of God in this world, and God forbid, through what we say, we can also be mechalel shem shamayim. We can desecrate the name of God. We can bring kedusha into this world, bringing added holiness through our oral statements. And at the same time, we can destroy. We're living in a world in which currently, so sadly and worryingly, there is an increasing tendency for people to try to demonize others. Instead of engaging in a machloket l'shem shamayim, an argument for the sake of heaven, where you tackle the issue rather than the person pronouncing it, now there is a tendency to try to cancel out that person, to blacken his or her name, to tackle the individual, and to try and destroy that person. From Hashem himself we learn how speech needs to be used for constructive and positive purposes. After all, God created our world through speech. So let us therefore strive to be always amongst the righteous who sustain the world through what we say. Shabbat Shalom.